Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Hindu Center of Atlanta's weekly spiritual learning. Today, we are joined with Acharya Brahmadevji. Acharya will be talking about the Mother's Day. Today, we are celebrating the Mother's Day. So, on this occasion, Acharya give a talk on the importance of mother and related Vedic Hindu philosophy. Acharya Brahmadevji has an inclusive educational background in science, banking, management, and Darshanacharya, Vedic philosophy, Darshan Yoga Mahavidyalaya, Gujarat, and a diverse career in financial services, industry, and at Arya Sabha Mauritius. He has been a key resource person for Arya Sabha Mauritius on the universal Vedic values, yoga and meditation, and on interfaith and intercultural dialogue at various national and international forums. The Mauritius Council of Religions, Arya Pratinidhi Sabha America, Greater Atlanta Vedic Temple, and Hindu Center of Atlanta. He is author of numerous insightful articles on Vedic philosophy and contemporary issues in English and French. As Bhisma Pitama in Mahabharata has said, even when her child becomes old and tottering, and he or she has very many grandchildren, to the mother, he continues to be a baby. He continued, there is no safer place than mother. No one in the world has a more loving heart than her. And in fact, there is no protection to a person greater than her. And that is why she is called Janani, meaning the mother. Sri Ram said, mother as well as motherland are much greater than heaven. Adi Sankaracharya told in a moving prayer, for all the sacrifices, all you have done to me, I could only give you some uncooked rice. Thiruvallur has written in Thirukural, the joy of mother hearing that her son is great is much more than the joy she felt when he or she was born. And it is true, no one becomes as happy as her when we succeed. Mother is Dhatri, the one who carries the child. Mother is Janani, one who gives birth to the child. Mother is Amba, one who gives nourishment to the child. And mother is Shushru, the one who takes care of the child. The home was built by father. For us, it is our mother's home. Kitchen is the place to toil of mother. And her expected salary is our love. Acharya will expand more on this. Over to Acharya.
Om Namaste Ji. Let's bring our mind to focus. Sit down straight. Close the eyes gently. And deep inhale and exhale. While exhaling, we are going to chant the universal sound, the main name of Ishwar God, Om. And one time, Guru Mantra, and we'll start. Om. तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. Om. Join the palms together, rub them gently, cover the eyes and slowly open the eyes. You do the palms, transferring the energy to the facial muscles. So we'll be running through a PowerPoint presentation. I'll be sharing the screen, please. So namaste and welcome everybody. It's really great celebrating Mother's Day today and wishing all the mothers of the world a happy Mother's Day. Well, if we go into the depth of the Vedic Hindu philosophy, it tells us every day is Mother's Day. The concept of Pitri Yajya in the 5 Mahayajya which we have, that is the 5 daily obligations, it tells us Pitri Yajya is serving the living mother, father, and elderlies in our home. And the mother ranks first. We'll come to that. So Mother's Day, as it is celebrated commonly in the world, is no new thing. But however it celebrates, it's a celebration honoring the mother of the family, celebrating motherhood, maternal bonds, and the influence of mothers in society. Just to understand, take the word mom and the mirror image which you have on the right-hand side of the screen, you will see it becomes so wow. And when I shared this picture yesterday, I had somebody who called me and said, now we understand why Mother's Day is an everyday celebration, just by the word wow. That's really impressive. Then in Hinduism, we know mother is referred to as Mata. It's also referred as Mata and other words in the Vedas. But the Vedas and the Vedic Hindu philosophy tells us the definition of Mata is Mata Nirmata Bhavati. She is the mother of her children and the maker of the family. By her thoughts, by her words, and by all her actions, she frames the personality of her children, and she is also recognized as such at the first university in our life. Also, when we refer to God in our prayers, one line is there, Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mamadeva Deva. All these words refer to God, but the first rank is given to Mata. So God, you are the mother, you are mother of all and mother of all the mothers in the world. So I had a mother, and that mother had a mother, and if you go in the line like this, and up we'll see finally God as the creator, the mother of all mothers. Then comes Pita, father, Bandhush, sibling, Sakha, friend, Vidya, knowledge, Dravinam, all the spiritual material treasures, Sarvam, God is all, and God is the benefactor. But remember, God is addressed first as Mother. So that's one of the reasons why Mother is also presiding in our life. Then we look into the shlok. It says, Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. So respect in the order also is first Matri, that is mother. Second Pitri is the father, and third is Atithi, that is all those beyond that mother and father relationship. Especially Atithi, the elderly and learned who comes to us to share life experiences and life knowledge. Matri, then we find it in the next slok, which says, Matriman, Pitreman, Acharyavan, Purusho Veda. So in the lineage, it says, blessed is the child who has as learned persons. First, the mother, second, the father, and third, the gurus, the mentors, and the guides in our life. So again, the mother first, then the father. Because the mother bearing the child in the womb for 9 months, this is where she starts transferring knowledge to the child. It's a very subtle transfer. And by the same way, by her behavior, by her way of caring, she transmits knowledge, she builds the values, the living values in the life of the child. That's why she's recognized as the first university, first educator in the life of mankind. As rightly said in the introduction, Bhishma Pitamaha said that the mother remains a mother, though we become fathers and mothers in turn in our life. And we always remain a child to our mother. So Mother's Day enables us to realize the role in peace, progress, and prosperity in the family. One mantra comes to our mind, Om Anuvrata Pitu Putro Matra Bhavatu Sanmanaha Jaya Patye Madhumatim Vacham Badatu Shantivam. That mantra says, the first part, children, Putra, when they are like-minded and dear, Sanmana, to the mother, Matra, and to the father, Pitu, with congenial behavior, Anuvrata. So children, when they behave properly, they follow the guidance of first the mother and the father, they become dear and dear to the parents. And the second part tells us that the parents have a duty of care for the children. Like the wife, who is always calm, upholds a pleasant character, and that's why she is known as the peacemaker, progress, and prosperity in the family. That's Madhumatim here and Shantivam. And just as she is soft-spoken, Vacham Badatu towards the husband, Patye, she is also soft-spoken and probably more soft-spoken to her kids. And that's where she is recognized even beyond her lifetime. She is always in the memory of her children. So this mantra calls for a duty for one and all, parents to be role models, because this is the best way to teach. And children as devotees of parents, remember, as devotees, they only listen and follow the guidance of the parents. We have a general concept, devotees are only people who just take a thali and everything, or sit down in prayer. No, devotees is more listening and following the guidance of parents. And eventually when the child grows, follow the guidance and instructions of teachers, mentors, gurus, etc. That's one way of creating the genial, friendly atmosphere in the family. And when we become more and more good-natured, inspired by first the mother, then the father, then we are better in life. So that's how the family always maintains or is blessed with peace, shanti, progress, samriddhi. Progress and prosperity is samriddhi. As rightly pointed out by you, Mr. Dhananjay, the Ramayana. Let's see, you quoted Ram, but I would refer to the mothers that we see in the Ramayana. Sita is always referred to as Sita Mata. And even though she had not even given birth to Love and Kush, by her congenial behavior and by the way she behaved towards Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrughna, by the way she behaved towards people within the kingdom of Ayodhya. Then we can gauge the difference between Kaushalya and Kaikeyi. Both were well respected till the episode of sending to the forest. That makes the demarcation between Kaushalya and Kaikeyi. Kaushalya retains her name and fame, but Kaikeyi is shunned and unfortunately has gone down in history with a bad name. So it tells us that when the mother is all caring throughout, and she gives a blessing to Sri Ram when he's departing to the forest. That's why she remains all with her magnificence. Then we see the other mother in life on the part of the Rakshasas. Mandodari, as the wife of Ravan, always tried to bring Ravan to reason. But we see Mandodari when Meghnad is going to fight at the insistence of Ravan. She knows her son is going to be killed. He wants the son, you're standing on the wrong side. Even though he's your father, she advises the son to stand on the side of righteousness. But as we say, the soul is free, the human being is free to decide. So ignoring that guidance, she loses her son. The son loses the life on the battlefield. But remember, Mandodari also has a great name in the Mahabharata because she tries to bring an unreasonable husband, unreasonable son to reason. If we look there, it shows us a mother's love, endless, unselfish, patient, and forgiving, for beyond explanation. The first part, endless, unselfish, and patient, we see that in Kaushalya. Forgiving, we see that in Mandodari. So always respect the mother and worship her like God. Now let's look at the Mahabharata. In the life of Sri Krishna, there are two mothers. Devaki, the Janani, who's given birth, and Yashoda, the Dhatri, or Amba, carries the child and nurtures the child. So whoever performs the role of bearing some relationship to the child, be it by birth or by caring, nurturing, may it be the biological mother or not, mothers are always respected and cherished in life. That's the beauty of Hinduism. Then let's look at the comparison again between Kunti and Gandhari. Kunti always caring, always guiding the children, though now they are adults and ready to fight on the battlefield, giving the good guidance, the good thoughts, and leading them to be right, even on the battlefield. But Gandhari having the eyes, it shows to us we are worse than the blind when we have eyes but no vision. That is a great line when we compare Kunti and Gandhari. Let's look at the Vedas now. Vedas refer to various words. The core is Mata, but I'll give the reference. I'll be looking at the book. It says Matara, Matari, Mata, Mata, Matu, Matribhi, Matribhya, Matrisho, Matra, Matre, Matro, Matara. So all these words, the core is Mata. It refers to the mother as the learned, the wise, the one who gives birth, who is respected, who nurtures, who protects. And the references are there. She is referred to as the sky, and the sky also is referred to as mother because of their vastness. Then she leads all towards the four Purusharth, righteous living first. Second, righteous enjoyment. First one is dharma, righteous living. Arth, righteous enjoyment. Third one is righteous earnings, arth. Then kama, righteous enjoyment. And these three combined leads us, when dharma is the basics of our life, it leads us to the fourth Purusharth, which is moksha, mukti. And she does that in a very subtle way by inculcating values to us, the living values, that is, the precepts of dharma. And we all know mothers usually tell stories to children, and this is the way she inculcates, and this is the informal education that or instructions that she gives to children. Then mother is also referred to as Bhumi for her patience. We know the earth, whatever you put there, it doesn't throw it back to you. If you plant seeds, you'll get eventually the outcome of, if it's a fruit-bearing tree, we'll get the fruits. And if it's otherwise, then we'll get whatever we've sowed. So the mother just takes it like the earth. Then mother is referred to as Ratri and Din. Ratri for being soothing at all times to us. We are tired, we're stressed when we go to the mother, and the care that the mother gives, that is soothing. She is referred to as Din because of being active throughout. And if we know, we remember when we are fathers, we see the mother of our children. She is active 24 hours a day. At the slightest cry of the child, even when she's sleeping, she gets up and attends to the child. Mother is known as Pran, also referred to as Pran, because she is life-sustaining. She provides vitality, and that's physical and mental, moral, spiritual vitality. She's referred to as Vayu because she's refreshing air, as refreshing as fresh air is, and as forceful as the wind is. She's referred to Raja Praja Jano, as the ruler who cares and protects her children. She's referred to as Akash, the space which is accommodating. She is referred to as Vidya because through her subtle knowledge, she enables us to progress. She is referred to as Vidyut, energy for our movement. Always on the move to care for us and always prompting us to be on the move, to be energetic. Then she is referred to as Agni because she is purifying through the values, through the role model that she is for us. The Vedas also referred to as Veda Mata because the knowledge allows us to gauge or to get knowledge of the spiritual and physical sciences around us for our own advancement. Then is known as Kripalava for compassion, greatest human characteristic, compassion. Then Vidushya Satya Siksha Pradhanena Shodhiteva, wise, learned, source of true knowledge, resourceful, which makes her the character molding to bestow bliss upon us. So we see in the Vedic Hindu philosophy, Mata is the mother. She's referred to as many of these physical elements we've seen in the atmosphere and those physical elements around us in the environment, rather, are also referred to as Mata because they are life sustaining, they protect us, they enable us to gain vitality, etc. So it's mutual. And today is celebrating Mother's Day. The first we know of this word frontliners, which came in the wake of COVID-19. But if we do some in-depth analysis, we see the mothers are the frontliners of humanity, giving us birth and caring for us. And as rightly said in the intro, Bhishma Pitamaha referring to that, even when we become fathers, when we go to our mothers, we find the atmosphere there is soothing, is calm. In the COVID times, let's pay homage, pay tribute to the mothers of all the frontliners that we have engaged in fighting COVID. Let's others also pay a tribute to all the mothers who are standing as frontliners to preserve humanity. So that's the presentation of today. I would leave it to Dhananjayji to conclude, or if you have any questions.
Thank you, Acharji. Very well explained the meaning of mother in by the different examples and the references from the Vedas, the way it is explained everywhere. The beggar who calls, "O mother," to get alms, in the guru of all psychiatrists. When we need anything to buy, every child tells its mother, not father. When rarely father and son laughs together, mother wipes her eyes for the dust that had not fallen and moves away. It is these mothers who fill up the bags of children going to outside their city with love-soaked unlimited eatables. When children need to pay school fees, they approach only their mother because she will get it from father or give it herself and get just chastised by their father. Though both parents are inside home, we only knock the door and call mother. In all poems written on mother, at least 2 wet marks of tears would be there. The international slogan of all mothers is, "My child cannot tolerate hunger." The question she would ask the astrologer is, "Would my children be happy?" The prayer that she tells in any temple all days and everywhere is, "Take care of my child." She is with us all because God wanted to be with us and sent her as his representative. Thank you, Acharyaji, for the wonderful talk on the Mother's Day. We will conclude by the jap of Om, and Acharyaji will lead us.
Yeah, I would come back to the intro We've seen the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Tirukural. Coming back again to the words said, I'll conclude with that. The joy of the mother is hearing that the son has become greater than her, has become greater than the father. In terms of qualities, living qualities, in terms of life achievements in the world. So if everybody just takes that characteristic from motherhood, when somebody becomes greater than us, we feel happier just as the mother feels happy when the son becomes greater than the father and the mother in terms of life achievements. That would create a better world for us. And no one would feel dull or feel the single trace of jealousy when somebody goes beyond our achievements. So that's learn from the mother how to build peace, how to be happy, and how to be progressive in terms of when we see others progress and even they cross the line before us. So that's the mother, and it's a great lesson for us. And I would come back again, closing. Remember, Mother's Day is not a one-day job. The more we express our care, our love to the mother, and if the mother is not within us, the way to pay homage to her is by following what she taught us, especially in terms of life skills, the subtle life skills, the subtle life values. One Om job to conclude. And when doing the Om job, just feel the vibrations of your own chanting moving within the body. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for your attention. And we'll see you next week. In the meantime, have a good night and a nice week. Thank you.
Thank you, Acharyaji. Just for a reminder, every Friday we have the session for the kids, Sanatan Dharm Simplified, Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Saturday weekly satsang, 10 o'clock, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon. And on Sunday, every Sunday, we have spiritual learning for the adults, where we cover the different topics related with the on that particular day, on particular week, or otherwise on the different Vedic values from Vedas and Hindu philosophy. Hope to see you all on all these programs.